Alright, let me get audio devices set up. Alright, say something. Alright, say something again.
Something again.
Huzzah! Hello, stream. Let me get this published to a few places and then I will start drawing. I'm just going to be doing some drawn art tonight.
Some drawings. Also, I am here.
And also, Courtney is here, like she just said.
Yes. I'm here.
Oh, hi, everybody. Yes. Let me get some music going. Go.
Is it a lewd stream or a regular stream?
It's on YouTube.
Ah. How's Sonic Forces going? I beat it. I beat it Thursday.
I've honestly been really enjoying the Grumps playthrough of it. Even Aaron had to admit that he actually likes the classic Sonic stages. I really need to turn off the Twitch notifications, because I no longer use Twitch. Alrighty, let's see here.
Yeah. Up in here.
Up in here, up in here.
People are asking what is it you're going to draw?
It's going to be Splatoon stuff.
What?
For the new upcoming Splatoon Splatfest 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Sploon.
The girl is Project SNT, aka Courtney,
Hi.
who does her videos on Sonic OCs and cries.
Me. I'm currently working on SMT vs. Flaming Knuckles, the finale. I'm almost done. That's your hot update. I'm almost done.
Alright, so I'm going to do a few little doodly sketches just to kind of figure out what I want to do with these.
I'm currently at the part of the stream where it gets gay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I just like the fact that I wrote like a thing with Sonic just completely being oblivious to the lesbians. Like, isn't that just the sweetest thing? Gals being pals.
I'm so glad that that ending got chosen.
Me too. It's my favorite. Also, the fan art that spawned from it is is the OK hand sign times 10. Let's see.
Let's see, any tips on drawing? First tip on drawing is you pick up a pencil or tablet pen and place it to a piece of paper or tablet.
Then you move your hand and then the shapes happen.
Let's see here. This is my very first time ever drawing Marina and Pearl. For the record, the sketch that I'm doing isn't actually going to go anything past a sketch. This is just me kind of getting my ideas down before I actually try to attempt drawing this, because I'm drawing something that's highly conceptual. And it's not something... It's not just like a simple reference or anything. So this is going to help me out with this. Oh wow, thanks, Crow.
Money!
Oh shit, that was a very delayed notification from Streamlabs, but thank you very much, Crow, for the donation.
Yeah, Streamlabs, when it comes to super chats, they do take a lot longer.
Let's see. Alright, I'll work a little bit on pearls as well, because I'm having a hard time coming up with a wizard-style robe for Marina.
Oh yeah, it's sci-fi versus fantasy, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm not sure what side I'd pick.
I am having so much trouble deciding.
I kind of want to do fantasy, just because I really do prefer fantasy over sci-fi. Turn Pearl into a robot.
Pretty much. That's exactly what I was doing, actually.
I had a feeling.
I'd announced it, but I don't know if you had seen that last night.
No, I did not.
For me, the Splatfest isn't sci-fi versus fantasy. It's robot girls versus monster girls.
Both are good.
You expect me to choose, Nintendo? Holy shit, Crow. Thank you very much, Crow. I don't deserve this.
Yes, you do!
I really need to come up with some custom animations for donations.
Do a custom animation of Pivot throwing money whenever somebody donates a high amount of money. Oh, okay. Gotta keep editing. I keep getting distracted because I'm a little worn out, but I want to keep working. When do I go into work tomorrow? 4 o'clock. I'm fine.
God, Pearl has a huge ass forehead.
Big old forehead. What the heck?
What?
They gave me a lot of days off next week.
How many?
4.
Wow, that is a lot.
Well, counting today, this is the first one, but next week as in this week.
Is that also including the days that you normally get off?
Uh-huh.
So let's see,
But
if you
like,
normally... So they're giving you one extra day off then.
yeah, well, it looks like a gigantic chunk of my schedule is just nothing. Like I thought it was a glitch at first, but no, it just kind of tripped me up for a second. But yeah, they gave me Friday off. That never happens. What am I even gonna do?
Does Pearl have any hair in the... any tentacles in the back of her head?
Maybe?
Or is it just side bangs? Okay, wait, I see it. It's just small little normal bits.
Yeah, like a normal inkling. They have like the little bitty bit in the back.
You could inscribe the entire lyrics of Code Lyoko onto Pearl's forehead.
Pearl is a Code Lyoko character, don't you know?
Pretty much. Poor Pearl. Even when she's a robot, she's still built flat as hell.
She's small. She's a little gremlin.
Her boobs are as flat as her forehead, but definitely not as big. Tired?
Yeah. A little bit.
Let's see what to do for Marina's skirt. I know what I'll do. I'll draw her naked, and I'll figure out where to go from there.
You could turn her into a sea witch.
I mean, she is a sea witch. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with the skirt, like how to design it. The idea is she's a Cicalia, which is basically a octopus mermaid, and I'm making her like a warlock one.
Okay.
I also feel like I should give her some headgear or something. Girl's over here looking badass.
She wants to be badass.
Let Pearl kick ass.
She can do it. I believe in her.
Ooh, a harpoon missile. That's actually a really good idea. Hello. It is AJ.
What's up, everybody?
Just a note, I am live right now, and mics
Yep.
are on.
Yep, I'm watching it.
Cool.
You wanted to be part of the action?
Also, I love the tentacle legs on Marina.
This is a Cassilia. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's the witch mermaid. Let's do it in two parts. Kind of have like an underskirt and then an overskirt.
How do you spell it? Caecilius?
It's a bunch of C's, so CECAELIA, I think.
Okay, I spelled it with S's. Nice.
Are you on your phone?
Huh?
Are you on your phone or something?
No. Why?
Sounds like you are. Maybe you're using the wrong audio.
You sound like you're speaking through like a headset or something.
Did you get a new audio device or something?
I'm using a condenser mic.
Make sure that it's going through to the condenser mic because it might not be.
It's the only input on my computer. Normally people say it sounds good. Let me just.
Rip.
Okay, how do I sound now?
About the same.
The same.
Could be an integrated mic. Are you on a laptop?
No, it's a separate mic.
You have a webcam?
Nope. I'm on a desktop.
Um,
That's weird. Like, a lot of other people said it sounds a lot better than my headset mic, which that's not connected either.
I don't know.
I don't sound that bad at hearing my voice in the stream.
Maybe it's just noticeable if you're wearing headphones.
Maybe.
Oh, that's the stream. Hey, stream, how do I sound?
They wouldn't have a point of reference.
Oh.
Alright. Well, Nightbot actually is working tonight. That's good. Unfortunately, that command appears to be not working. I'm going to disable it. I feel like I should give Marina some kind of headpiece or headgear.
A fancy hat.
Her head, the thing is, her hair gets in the way of a hat. Needs to be
What
like
about, like a crown or something? Like a not like a big one, but like a circlet.
like a tiara kind of thing would work.
You mean like Pearl's crown?
No, like more of like a Shantae's crown or headband.
He has a crown? Oh, yeah.
A headpiece.
I'll actually be drawing her ears because they won't be covered because she's not using technology. Like a good girl. Like a good witch. And for Pearl, instead of having her actual crown, she has like this hollow point radar
shit.
sensor. What?
Oh, I thought I was muted.
You do that a lot.
You thought you were getting murdered.
Oh, Pearl's crown only has 5 points on it.
Mm-hmm.
down Pearl a little shorter than that.
She's too tall.
There we go.
That's better.
Wait, what?
Commenting on the stream.
Referring to,
Oh, okay.
I was referring to how Zed shrank Pearl down, or shrunk her. That's the right word.
Alrighty. Okay, so now that I got these concepts done, okay, I got the zippers in there. They're just kind of stylized and kind of turned into different objects. Like Marina's is going to be more of like a pendant, whereas Pearl's is going to be more like a part of her armor. Alright, so now that I got these drawn, I'm going to come up with a pose.
It pulls.
The pose is on. Let me do this really tiny first. You know, originally, my plan was actually going to be to make Marina a Lamia or a Snake Girl, just because those are the most common monster girls currently. But that also wouldn't make as much sense as making her a Casalia.
Who's Kirk?
Me.
What?
Who's Kirk? Like making who a Cecilia?
Marina.
Oh.
As
Oh, you
in-
said her.
I'm also going to switch around Pearl's gun. That way she can use it with the left arm. Do a better pose. I have a feeling fantasy probably has a slight advantage just because D&D has been getting really popular lately, and people don't realize that sci-fi is included in D&D. Technically, if you think about it as well, all fantasy is actually a subset of sci-fi. However, full is more targeting like high fantasy versus sci-fi, rather than just sci-fi and fantasy.
High fantasy versus sci-fi and fantasy.
Pearl showing off her jetpack. You know, I feel kind of bad for Britain and the UK, though, and Europe when it comes to the Splatfest, because they've been getting shit ones.
They've always
What?
had pretty lame ones, to be honest.
What do you like better? Toilet paper above the roll or below the roll?
I mean, the UK region is also the same region that got the pineapple on pizza Splatfest.
That actually was a good one. It's weird, but it at least works.
I'm gonna look up what they had.
But like their more recent one, it's an okay one, but it's cold breakfast versus warm breakfast, which, yeah, okay, that's a
Really?
debate. That's a debate you can have, but it's not as interesting as fucking fantasy versus sci-fi.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
Warm food all the way.
Splatfest in Europe. Rock versus pop, eating versus sleeping, North Pole versus South Pole, singing versus dancing, messy room versus tidy room. And then they had cats and dogs later. Zombies versus ghosts. The pineapple and pizza one. Being fit versus being rich. Barbarians versus ninjas. That's like play style. Like, do you rather go full force or are you a sneaky person? Hoverboards versus jetpacks. And then they also had the SpongeBob and Patrick Splatfest. Black tie event versus fancy dress party. What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, what is the difference?
A black tie event, I believe, is more like a business party,
Mm.
and then a fancy dress is more of like I don't know.
Elaborate parties, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the latter.
World tours versus space adventures, and then Callie and Marie. Oh, they also had the Pokemon Red versus Pokemon Blue Splatfest.
Do you guys remember when Kit Kat tried to do their own kind of Splatfest thing? That was so stupid. It wasn't a
Okay, what?
Splatfest, but they had like, which Kit Kat do you prefer? The one from the East Factory or the West Factory?
That
Pick your
was
side.
Twix.
Or Twix, yeah.
Yeah, do you prefer the left Twix or the right Twix? Like, it literally doesn't matter because they're both the same. Nobody cares.
I guess if they were to go with American versus Japanese Kit Kat, we all know which one would win by a landslide.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Germany. They weren't even in the running.
Does Germany have special gourmet Kit Kats?
Probably.
Does Germany have Kit Kats that represent your birthstone?
Probably.
Because that's what Japan's doing. That's what Japan is doing right now. They're doing a Kit Kat. For next year, they're doing like a Kit Kat every month that represents like the birthstone, and they each have a very they have a different flavor depending on like the birthstone.
Trying to figure out where to put Pearl's other arm in this. Wait, I know what to do. I gotta give Pearl her knife. Give Pearl a knife.
She has a gun and a knife.
A knife gun.
Ah.
Does Marina have teeth like Inklings do?
I don't know. I don't really. Let me see here. Yeah, she's got the
Fangs.
she's got the front tooth, bottom fangs. Like a typical inkling. The single front tooth and then the two bottom fangs. Ow.
Don't hurt yourself!
I can't help it. It happened.
I'm just gonna make Pearl's entire hand into like a Mega Buster or something. Ooh.
I'll be right back.
Let's see how it'll hand out.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So when I went dress shopping today, I bought a dress that wasn't black for once. I got a red dress. I've got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in the pale moonlight.
Oh.
I needed more dresses that weren't black. I mean, black is a nice neutral color that can go with anything, but I need other colors.
Alright, what I'm probably going to do here is I'm probably going to draw each of these individually instead of immediately splicing them together. Actually, I can just put them both in the center of the screen. That'll suffice. So let's start with Marina. The Choctole. The Choctole.
Marina!
Maria! Alright, now to do the actual sketching for her. Big pieces like this, it's good to do 2 sketch passes.
You know, speaking of Shadow the Hedgehog,
Yes?
I feel like the new voice actor does a much better job in Sonic Forces. I think he's getting better.
He's not as overly dramatic.
Yes. He actually sounds like how I imagine Shadow would actually sound like. He's not like, I'm Shadow! Like he usually does. But then again, he tends to ham it up a little more when he's doing, like, online stuff, and also, you know, in Sonic Boom when that's actually his character. Your shoddy craftsmanship brings shame to all hedgehog kind.
Well, at least that's done very comedically.
Well, yeah. She said that was the point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like in the past few games where he was Shadow, he was edgy on purpose, and it was just kind of awkward. Even in a context where that wasn't really the point of Shadow being there. But in this game, he actually does a good job. He actually takes it seriously, and it's pretty good. It's pretty alright.
Your shoddy craftsmanship brings shame to all hedgehog kind.
I keep thinking about the screenshot somebody took of the episode of Sonic Boom, and it's the screenshots of Sonic pinning Shadow down. And they're like, give me a heterosexual explanation for this.
Sure. They are gay.
And somebody answered with, like, a screenshot of the definition of wrestling, and then they responded with, you're blocked.
I hear dogs.
I hear
Oh,
these dogs.
my mic picking up. Let me close my window.
It's a doggo. You go woof woof.
Foreshortening can be very difficult to deal with sometimes. Gotta really foreshorten the staff a lot. That way it'll actually fit in frame. I still remember one comic that I saw about Splatoon 2, and it was like Nintendo was pitching the game, and they were like, "Gentlemen, I have a new idea for you on how we can sell 1 million copies of our next game. What we do is we take tentacles and teenage girls." And then the CEOs are like, "Dude, that's disgusting. Why would we do that? We're not making a hentai." "Oh no, this isn't hentai. I propose instead we cut out the middleman." And it's a picture of Marina. Let's see here. Points about right there. Actually, let me move the vanishing point a little closer. Oh shit, it's time for Perfect Machine.
Perfect Machine. Cannot wait to see them in December. It's gonna be great.
still struggling to figure out what to do for Marina's skirt. Let's see. Have I ever drawn a perfect circle in one stroke? Yes, I have. However, it was the wrong size, so I had to delete it. Let's see. Yeah, this is one of the hardest angles to draw for a hand that I'm working on right now. Try and bring this down a bit. As I drop my pedal pen. Wonderful. Let's see. Hello.
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 Just for the record, I'm live right now.
Cool.
Oh.
What are you streaming?
Splatoon stuff.
Splatoon stuff. Okay.
I'm drawing something for the next Splatfest.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
Is
fantasy. Was that? Oh yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
I linked it in the chat. I'd already linked it in the chat though.
Neat.
But it's something for the next Splatfest, which is fantasy versus sci-fi. So how the fuck am I supposed to choose when you're basically asking me monster girls or robot girls?
Why not both?
You can't choose both.
That's
have to
not
choose
the
it-
point of Splatfest.
You have to pick a side.
Like a mechanical Lamia.
Okay.
Okay, AJ. Fucking hands. Okay, hang on. I gotta bring up Design Doll because they're giving me issues. Hello there, Zuncle.
Women's a trip, Uncle Zuncle.
Who's tripping?
Women's.
Oh. That's
It was
never
a Fesh Pence reference. Man, women's a trip, Uncle Funkle.
I heard
Okay,
the
so
word.
I'm eating the world's weirdest marshmallow right now.
Okay, why?
It's because it was in my Japanese candy box thing that I got. But basically, it's a marshmallow filled with this orange, like jelly, and it's cola flavored. So I'm getting like mixed signals here. Like it's a marshmallow, but it tastes like soda, but it looks orange on the inside.
Alright, I'm gonna switch the speed over so that way you guys can see me working in Design Doll. I think I'm actually gonna just go ahead and pose this entire thing. Design Doll is something that I actually paid for, even though there's a free version of it. Because I actually really, really like it. I found it very useful in my adventures.
Now, if only people would do the same thing for the WinRAR.
Well, the thing is, WinRAR actually has a completely free alternative called 7-Zip.
This is true.
So WinRAR isn't
This
really...
is way better anyway.
Yeah. So it's like WinRAR isn't actually even fulfilling a niche anymore. I'm gonna give us boobs so that way you can tell that it's Marina.
Marina?
Marina is the name of the character. I'm drawing Marina as a monster girl and Pearl as a robot girl.
I like how one of the boob options is just giant balloon titties.
It's the only way you can make the boobs big in this, to be honest.
Seems legit.
Today I'm gonna teach you how to draw animated me. First draw a circle, and then draw a circle on the circle, and then you close your laptop because you have sinned.
It's kind of funny because my friend Alec, who made that video, he is a major sinner as well.
Yes, I am aware.
Let's see here. It'd be really helpful if I actually put a staff in this, but I don't have one readily made.
She's just like, on guard, fuck boy.
That works. Right, I'm gonna screenshot this where my snipping tool went. And then I'm gonna do one for Pearl as well. Just while I'm here. Let's see. File. Here we go. Add Everybody's so mean to Pearl.
It's because she's short.
World hates short people.
Hates tall people, too.
Look at her go.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see.
Making her dance. You know, being a squid, she doesn't have bones.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle,
She,
wiggle.
she looks like she's doing the "I'll crump with you, sweetheart" thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the fake perspective on this because it'll look just way better. Put this in a folder. Where's the folder? I forgot where the folder button was in Clip Studio. Go me.
Good job.
Probably draw a box. Try to position this. Add a position tag to this. Tag. Actually, I wonder, maybe I do have something. I've got a sniper rifle. Actually, I'm gonna try this with a sniper rifle. And what I'm gonna do... I modeled a really shitty sniper rifle. And I'd done this to basically... for another drawing. But what I'm gonna try doing... just using this to get an idea, because I don't have a staff immediately on hand. But if I did, I would rather use that. But I don't have one. Instead, I'm going to use a sniper rifle. And just pretend that this is the staff. And I'll try to position this so that way. Oh, what the? Boy, howdy, I hope this works. Alright, I think this will work. Alright, let's bring this big Clip Studio plate. Alright, now that I have these, yeah, that's much better looking. This is a perfect song for this stream. Hey, I'm not the one who actually made the playlist. I've never played SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Somebody added in like the entire soundtrack to the playlist though. It's a collaborative playlist. I have nothing to do with it. Well, I maybe add like 20% of the songs.
That's probably Saki's doing. That's like her favorite video game.
Yeah, it was. Normally I kind of just skip over it. I know. I'll give Marina a crown that has a horn sticking out of it. That'll work.
That'd be cute.
Kind of like an Oni crown.
Mm.
'Cause the idea is that she's not just a wizard, she's a warlock. She's a dark magics. They also still figure out what to do for her ear.
I'm kind of hungry, but I already had dinner. And cheesecake.
You had cheesecake?
Yes.
Damn.
Like, when I went out for lunch with Dad, since he, like, bought all the food, he just kept, like, like, he's just like, you know what, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about the price. Just get whatever. And then when we were leaving, the waitress was like, do you want any dessert? And then my dad looked at me and he's like, you're getting a piece of cheesecake. And I'm like, okay. And
He
the
seems-
cheesecake is like a quarter of a cheesecake. Like, it's a big chunk out of a cheesecake. So I ate half.
I think your dad is really ecstatic for this wedding.
I guess so. But he's always kind of been like that. Like, whenever we go out and have a nice meal, he's just like, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
Like, when I went to have lunch with him, like, last week, he bought me, like, a fancy virgin pina colada that was in a pineapple. And he was just like, don't worry about it. You just enjoy this. It's good. Don't worry about the price. I feel like I should have, like, more food. But I don't really have anything.
Get rid of some of these excess lines so I can actually see where I'm working. How much do you want to bet that Moira from Overwatch plays Dungeons and Dragons? How much do you want to bet that?
I would lose that bet.
She's the one who gets Talon together for D&D nights and forces them to play. Because it's either that or they have to watch her favorite anime. I'm starting to think that maybe an exposed midriff on this outfit might not work. Alright. Now for Pearl's sketch.
Say, I'm hungry. Have you got any food?
I'm gonna fly for you. Wait, I know one thing I could do. I'm gonna change Pearl's hairstyle a little bit. Give her like these little pylon things instead of just mechanical versions of her little tentacle things.
You must construct additional pylons.
You must construct additional pylons.
Someone in chat's asking about the wedding. My dad's getting remarried. So yeah. It's a long and complicated story. Do you ever, like, you get, like, enough sleep at night, but it doesn't feel like you did?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I felt this morning. Like, I got enough sleep last night, but because the dream that I had was so, like, active, it felt like I did not sleep. Yes, EM Angel, I'm not very enthused because it is a long and complicated story that I don't want to get into.
Let's instead focus on butts.
Butts are
Yay,
nice.
bots.
Butts are good.
Oh yeah, time for Stardust Speedway.
Oh yeah. Good Sonic jams.
I really like how this drawing of Pearl's coming out, though.
She looks cute.
I like the restyle that I did for the hair compared to the first sketch that I did.
Uh-huh. Speaking of Sonic jams, I should probably add some music from Sonic Forces into this playlist.
That'd be a good idea.
I'm gonna do that! I'll add all my favorites. All of them.
And now with the randomizer that I have, I don't have to worry about getting all the songs in the same order every single fucking time anymore. Thank God, because that was getting really annoying. I'm gonna make Pearl's little hair pieces jets. Let's see. Still remember that one comment that appeared on one of PewDiePie's videos from some kid, and he's like, he just comments, "PewDiePie, I'll be right back, I gotta go do my chores." And then literally like 13 minutes later, he replies to his own comment, "Okay, I'm back." It's like the most naive, innocent shit that you've ever seen. There we go. I'll turn up the music a bit. Wait, I know what I need to give Marina.
What do you need to give Marina?
Explosion eye patch.
Explosion!
Actually, Union's outfit would work fairly well for this.
There, I added like a whole bunch of Sonic Forces songs into the playlist.
Is fist bump in there?
I'll add it.
Let
If
me
you
know
want
if it's
fist
approved.
bump in there, I'll add fist bump.
No, you
There
don't have to add it. Oh, okay.
Too late.
Oh no.
It's in there. You asked for it.
You asked for it.
Maybe I'll add a few more songs.
Just because the fighting for the force is good doesn't mean I have to give it up on my lifelong dream of murdering president. Decisions. Why not both? Why can't I have my cake and all short joke? President is born to die. Here, Mr. President, would you like a slice of death? Here it is. Delicious, isn't it? Yet it's extra frosted with black hatred.
Keep drawing Pearl's eyes too high. Gotta drop them so that way her forehead is bigger.
Damn it! Where is my inspiration? Flying through the sky at the speed of light. Here I am, a rocket ship. I can't find my inspiration in life. Son of a bitch. What am I aiming for? God, if I only had someone to believe in me. God, but who truly am I? What's it all mean? I'm Kirby, a rocket ship forward, going to space, going to space. You don't need anybody to believe in you when you believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're a fucking coward. I wanna see the stars, it's my favorite thing in the world. I'm Kirby, a rocket ship forward, going to space, going to space. You don't need anybody to believe in you when you believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're a fucking coward. Believe in yourself. I wanna see the stars, it's my favorite thing in the world.
Alright, let's get to inking. That's a little bit of stinking inking.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Thinking Incan.
It means everything. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
And try and make this kind of sharp.
Right on the razor's edge. Gimme, gimme, gimme. It means everything. I'm a fucking rocket ship. I got a shield in front of me. Oh yeah. I'm a rocket ship. I don't know what this song's about. Damn it! Where is my inspiration? Flying through the sky at the speed of light. Here I am, was about, but like, it was a little esoteric for me.
It
But,
didn't really make much sense.
yeah. I mean, I like abstract art as much as the next guy.
But geez, man.
There you go.
Find a point, maybe.
What?
I added more.
Oh no.
No teeps?
I added
Oh.
like half of the OST.
Oh no.
Why you do this?
Because it's good.
Oh no.
It's a good soundtrack. Like, it's legitimately good.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, I'm not listening.
Well, oh yeah, well, I don't care.
Oh.
BRB.
Boy, he likes to shimmy.
I think I'm gonna leave off the horn thing.
Oh, boy, he likes to shimmy.
I patch is more than enough.
He's a shimmy and Simeon. Boy, he likes to shimmy. He's a shimmy and fool. He's a shimmy and Simeon. Oh, boy, he likes to shimmy. He's a shimmy and fool.
Let's see it again. I'm gonna stick on to the deep end. All the brilliance is breaking down. You know what I said. I'm gonna stick on to the deep end. All the brilliance is breaking down. You know what I said.
See, you've got the rapping bug too. Da 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 li dude. See, you've got the rapping bug too. Da 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 li dude. Damn.
I'm gonna stick on to the deep end. All the brilliance is breaking down. You know what I said. Roll on deep end, baby.
Sweet.
All the brilliance is breaking down. You know what I said.
Do you like my voice? Do you like my singing voice? I've been working on it.
Oh yeah, time for some Pac-Man ghosts images stuck in my head that I can't get out.
I'm back and I'm having more of my cheesecake.
Oh.
Because I want to.
I'm listening to Pac Baby.
Nice.
Of course, the imagery of ghosts shaking their booties is stuck in my head.
Shaking them things that their dead mamas gave them.
Stop rubbing it in.
I'm just enjoying the moment.
You're rubbing it in.
No, I'm just enjoying this moment.
You're rubbing it in.
Mm. No, rubbing it in would be like, oh god, this cheesecake. Ow. It's so good. That would be rubbing it in. Too easy piece of cake. Talk about low budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here.
Sonic.
What's this about Sonic?
People are quoting Sonic in the chat. There's so many Sonic quotes like that. No good. Come on, step it up.
You're too slow.
And then of course Silver's, it's no use. That randomly reminded me of, you know how like in the like earlier episode of the Game Grumps playthrough of Sonic Forces, they were talking about how Sonic should be like kind of like broken because he was being tortured for months.
Yeah.
Somebody actually brought up a really good point in the comments when somebody was like talking about that. Like, the thing about Sonic is that he just doesn't care. Because he just lets go of everything. So even after being like stuck in a prison for months, he just lets it go.
The thing
he's
is,
Sonic and he doesn't give a fuck.
the thing is, torture makes you care about that kind of stuff.
I feel like Eggman's form of torture might just be like burning chili
I'm going
dogs
to
in
leave
a
you in
Sonic
this room
face.
for 6 hours, and all you can do is stare at paint.
Hey Sonic, look at this delicious chili dog. Oops, it's going into the lava pit.
You know, that actually would be a really effective form of torture, so I really don't against Sonic, so I don't think that's what he actually did. He probably tried something far more sinister.
I'm going to take this chili dog and put it down this garbage disposal.
Well, no, he wouldn't have done anything involving chili dogs. He would have done something very generic and evil that wouldn't work.
Because he's Sonic.
And Sonic doesn't have a sense of pain.
Or
I
personality.
feel no pain. I'm Sonic.
If only Mason was here to say that.
My only emotion is fast. You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you, since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
Gotta move this tentacle over because Marina has a lot of her face exposed. There we go.
I'm pretty sure the greatest quote from Sonic Forces is Knuckles going, "None of this is good, Vector, that's why it's called war."
It's just so nonsensical.
It's nonsensical, and it's something that you don't expect in a Sonic game.
Yeah.
Especially when Knuckles is the one saying it.
What have I ever said anything that makes sense?
I don't know, when Knuckles was being a feminist, he actually made a decent amount of sense, but he was also mansplaining. Which some people got offended at, but I think that was part of the joke.
He said so much, it was hard to comprehend everything.
Also, I kind of like the fact that Amy is actually useful in this game. Like, she's portrayed as being a team member. And somewhat of a tactician.
A tactician?
Meanwhile, Rouge is a tactician. Eh?
Boo.
Bzz.
Let's
Boobs the bat.
Hey, look, it's Move the Bat. Also, I love that Vector is Dan's favorite Sonic character.
Who?
Who, as in who? The character or the person?
Like, who's Vector's favorite character? I mean,
As Vector, Daniel Avedon.
Danny Sexfang.
oh,
Vector is his favorite Sonic character, according to the playthrough of Sonic Forces. Because he likes him because he has the headphones.
Guys, have I ever said that I love Toho music? Because I fucking
Yes.
love Toho music. I like how my stream has become a Sonic shit posting stream. I'm not even a Sonic fan. I just follow their Twitter because it's funny.
You just know everything about Sonic by listening to me ramble about it.
Yeah. And the fact that I
Kinda
played
like-
I played Adventure 2 and Heroes.
It's kind of like how Saki, like, she grew up playing the classic Sonic games, and she doesn't know anything else besides that, and she only knows like stuff about it because I taught her, and she just learns it from like
Osmosis.
being around me. Osmosis.
Yes. She learns it via osmosis when she's near you.
She just absorbs the information.
Yes.
Yes.
Snooping as usual.
Snoopingus.
Pingus. Hector Rovels asks, "What are you a fan of?"
Me?
Did you
I
not-
am a fan of Cave Story, for one. A few animes, like I'm a big fan of Pantheon Stalking, Kill la Kill, Madoka Magica,
Little Witch Academia.
Little Witch Academia, yes. Pretty much anything by Trigger, though I haven't seen all their stuff yet. I kind of want to.
Just their more popular ones.
Yeah, I've only seen their more popular one.
You know, I heard Trigger is animating the opening of Indivisible, that one.
Yep.
Game coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I backed Indivisible, actually.
Nice.
You know, oddly enough, I associate Panty and Stalking more with Trigger than Gainax, even though they were made at Gainax.
Well, that's because Hiroyuki's the one who's made Pantheon Stalking, and he's the one who founded Trigger.
Fair enough.
He's also the same one who made Gurren Lagann. He pretty much made all of Trigger's biggest hits, except for Evangelion, and then he left.
You mean Gainax?
Yeah, Gainax. He made all of Gainax's biggest hits, and then he founded Trigger. I'm a fan of Overwatch. What else?
What about Bendy in the Ink Machine?
Oh. I don't like
Oh.
cheap-ass horror games. You should know that.
I do.
He was just late trolling you.
You
Soulja Boy.
tell him.
Sauce
Yeah.
boy, so. Hey, I got a new dance for you called Sauce.
I'm actually gonna do a different hand pose.
Getting too complicated.
The one that's more interesting and more menacing.
We could go. "Arr!"
Make her do like she's doing the, like Bulgies. Like she's supporting a tender boob. In this case, it's gonna be a fireball.
A fire boob.
Sounds painful.
Ouch.
I mean, not if you're a flame elemental. Oh, what about Monster Hunter?
Oh, duh. How could I forget Monster Hunter? That's the biggest thing I'm a fan of. I'm sorry, I haven't played Monster Hunter lately because I kind of got burned out on Double Cross, and I'm waiting for World. but they haven't even announced the PC release date yet, so I don't know what my plan of action will be. If I get a PS4 Pro or not. I want to get a PS4 Pro for just one game, but Monster Hunter, it may be worth it.
And maybe there are other games you could buy, maybe. Because I know they're bringing back, like, or they're remastering classic PS1 games every now and then.
There's actually I did not have a PS1, believe it or not. I only had a PS2.
I had a PS2, and yet I didn't play a lot of, staple PS or PlayStation titles.
Yeah. I never played Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, or any of those. The only one I played, or I didn't even play Spyro. The only one that I played was Sly Cooper. And only the first one.
I didn't play any of them.
One thing I was really into was Armored Core as well. Which, if anybody knows what that game is, it's one of the best mech games out there. And then the property got sold to Sega. And they did a good game with it, but it was very imbalanced. Like, it handled amazingly, but the mech customization became shit. Because there was stuff that was objectively stronger than anything else.
Aw, man, come on, Sega.
Whereas in the other games, it's like, depending on it and how you built your mech and stuff, you'd have different strengths and weaknesses and stuff. Whereas in Armored Core 4, you could build a mech that had literally no weaknesses. Ooh.
What about Undertale?
Undertale's good, but I don't call myself a fan of that because the fandom kind of butchered it. Or the fandom more kind of butchered itself, not the game.
I mean, you could still be a fan and not be part of the fandom.
But what's the fucking point then?
You're taking the dumb out of fandom?
Yeah! You don't have to participate in the fandom.
Like, I love Undertale so much, but good fucking god. It's like you can't make anything for it, that fandom, without it getting stolen. And freebooted.
Unless you're a well-known name in the Undertale fandom,
No, even when you're
even
when you're a well-known name.
Like, unless you have, like, a very specific alternate universe.
Yeah.
It's
okay, you can say Glitch Tale.
I was gonna say Glitch Tale, Error Sands. Well, Flower Tale doesn't count because that got stolen. Not really stolen, more like butchered by everybody else. So that just doesn't exist anymore.
Hey, somebody recognizes Armored Core. Let's see, the spider. Do you mean my spider or do you mean Muppet? This Muppet's good, though I'm not as crazy about her as people think that I am. I haven't ever drawn any fan art of Muppet.
You drew one.
But she's very
Alright, I drew one, but that was a request.
What about Pokemon?
I like Pokemon, but I wouldn't count myself as a fan of it. I don't actively keep up with it. And I'm not even, like, hardcore dedicated to getting all the games. I know a lot about competitive Pokemon. And, like, if I was back into it, I'd probably be battling Spencer here all the time.
Probably.
Because you actually have an understanding of the competitive nature. So you'd actually be somebody be fun to play against.
I don't play competitively in Pokemon. I just fight what I like with.
I like trying to find picks that nobody ever uses and then figuring out a way to make them work in a very effective team. It's kind
I
of
like
hard.
fighting as an underdog against legendaries. I just think it's hilarious when you roll somebody with a team of EVs.
Like the stuff that Pimp Knight does, where he just takes a really bizarre Pokemon and just wipes the team with it.
Yeah, his videos are good, but they kind of start bleeding together really easily.
Yeah. All Pimp Nine videos the same.
Kidnap videos is the same. Though I do like how he explains his meta and stuff, because like watching him, sometimes he can be a little obnoxious, but like his videos really do help give you an understanding of how the competitive strategies in Pokemon work and how you can get creative with stuff.
King Sus asks Kirby?
I love Kirby. I am not an active follower of what goes on in Kirby, but I love Kirby games.
I mean, you don't have to actively follow what
Yeah.
goes on in Kirby because the lore isn't really that deep.
The thing is, I actually like lore for games, so even Kirby is no exception to that. I would totally follow. If I was more into Kirby, I would totally be like researching the lore actively. I'm a fucking nerd.
I would totally play a
Nerd!
game called. I would totally play Kirby Does His Taxes Deluxe.
Let's be honest, who wouldn't? It finally doing taxes is understood and fun.
Does he just eat bum?
Zachary asks, "How do you feel about Leg of Lead?"
I used to play a shit ton of League, and I tried to get into competitive for it, and then I got so tired of the salt, and so I quit. The community in League is way too just... It's too far gone, in my opinion. At least for me to enjoy.
They're mean.
I still remember, I was doing my... Wow, I really fucked up with the waist here. I was doing my placement matches one time to finally get out of Silver. And lo and behold, I went up into the placement rankings 3 fucking times, and every single time that I did, I had 3 matches where they were either a crippling loss or we had a troll. And like, so like 50% of the time there was a troll in there who basically just threw the game. And one time we actually even won, even though somebody on the team decided like, okay, you're not gonna give me mid, so I'm just gonna just AFK. And we still managed to win that fight. And yeah, yeah. But then lo and behold, the next game I had somebody do the exact same thing and we lost pretty quick. So it became basically just kind of a nightmare.
Yeah. So much
Hector
rage.
asks. Oh, you continue.
Yeah, so much rage for a game that's abbreviated LOL.
Hector asks, Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is really good. I haven't actually seen the original one.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I know. I don't have any plans to. I'd rather see the story the way that Hirazawa intended it.
Yeah, the other series ended really weird.
Yeah. Well, it was because they had to kind of just make up it as they go.
It was, yeah, because the original series was being made as the manga was being written, and they were making the episodes too fast, so they just did their own thing, I guess.
Like almost every shonen manga.
Which is kind of funny when you think about it.
Yeah, like, how is an animation coming out slower than a comic?
You need faster.
Yeah.
Or yeah. And to reverse those.
It's because in Japan, they just make episodes, like, super quickly and not, like...
Well, it's because they have a studio, whereas for the comic, it's one person,
With
Yeah.
their army of artist slaves.
basically.
Just think about what happened during Kill la Kill. Remember the final episode? They finished it 5 minutes before it was supposed to air.
Yep. Okay, Kill la Kill. I fucking love Trigger so much. That was so fucking stupid. just the way that happened, but like I can't help but love it.
They finished it 5 minutes before
Yes.
it aired.
Yes.
And I thought,
It was
My
so-
deadlines were insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
finishing a video on day zero, a con video on day zero was brutal.
No, an entire finale. 5 minutes before the premiere.
That's fashion for you.
Yeah, I agree. I like Brotherhood more too. I couldn't get into the first series because there was just too much filler.
I've seen a few people who just swear by the first series, but it's just because it's that. Have you ever noticed that there's like a bias to whatever you see first?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the case with Full Metal Alchemist with a lot of people.
It's just
Yeah. My
it just comes down
sister,
to familiarity.
my sister, who loves Full Metal Alchemist like so much, she watched the first series first because that was the only thing that was out at the time, and she prefers it over Brotherhood. But I prefer Brotherhood just because the story makes more sense. And again, less filler. Or no filler at all.
Even the filler, what would be a filler episode in Full Metal Alchemist has a lot of plot relevance, and it winds up coming back and being pretty significant.
Wouldn't that mean it's not filler?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that you think it's filler, but it's not.
It's kind of like Steven Universe in a sense. There's a lot of like episodes that feel like filler, but then like later on they're like, oh, remember that thing that was in that episode that you thought that was filler? Yeah, that's back, and it's relevant.
And you're going to cry now.
Apparently, people thought in Avatar: The Last Airbender, the episode that introduced Boomy was a filler. Well, people thought it was a filler.
Full Metal or Avatar, I've never seen the Avatar series, either of them.
I would watch the first one. The first one's really good.
Yeah, The Last Airbender is very good. I've seen pretty much most of it, and it's like I would just watch it as it came on Nicktoons, and I was never disappointed whenever I watched it.
I've heard some people describe it as the best animation that America has ever produced.
Yeah, probably. And The Legend of
definitely
Korra,
something
I
to
don't
see.
really care about The Legend of Korra. Just because
It had issues.
I didn't really care. I didn't like Korra.
Korra as a character, or just the animation in general?
I didn't like Korra as a character. I don't know.
I've heard that complaint a few times.
Like, I'm happy she got her girlfriend in the end, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into it.
This is some very complicated line art.
Yes,
I've been at this for a very long time here.
Yes, you have.
This is definitely going to be a multi-parter.
Okay, I need to put this cheesecake away before I get sick. I'm still not even done with it. There's like a gigantic chunk left. And if I try to eat this tonight, I'm gonna make myself throw up.
And that's no good.
No, I don't like throwing up. I mean, nobody does, but I like it less because I've done it too much as a child. Long story, not gonna get to that. Anyway, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I put the cheesecake away like a good girl.
Yes, you're a good girl.
Yeah.
Oh great, Xkid's not working on my Tumblr.
Oh no, not X-Kit, our Lord and Savior.
You were the chosen one. I loved you like a brother, Bananakin.
Ooh, Kids Next Door. I loved Kids Next Door.
I actually had a dream involving Kids Next Door last night.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It involved something with, like, I'm gonna play volleyball at a high school.
Ew.
Kids Next Door anime and the volleyball beach episode. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
That show was way too fucking good.
I love that show.
I was
Never
honestly,
seen that show.
wow,
I have
heresy.
the first season on DVD. I wonder if they ever put up the other seasons on DVD.
Honestly, that show is probably one of Craig McCracken's best work.
Oh, but definitely. Because it oozes his style. And it has some of the best Flash animation.
It actually defined a lot of modern Flash animation, believe it or not, because like some of the animators for it had actually developed a whole bunch of tools strictly for animating in Flash, just for that cartoon. And one of them I actually follow. His website is toonmonkey.com. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, but I've used his tools and stuff. They like are really fucking good, and they're really simple too.
It was actually the first Cartoon Network show to use Flash. So what about My Life as a Teenage Robot, Ed and Eddie and Billy and Mandy?
I actually never watched My Life as a Teenage Robot, and I regret that. Billy and Mandy, I liked. Ed and Eddie was my absolute favorite cartoon growing up.
Oh my god, me too. Next up, Powerpuff Girls, but Ed and Eddie was the second.
My mom hated how much I liked Ed and Eddie. Because she thought the show was, like, obnoxious or teaching me bad things.
As you sit at your computer drawing porn.
Yeah, I don't think that matters anymore.
Ed and Eddie was such a creative show.
The sound design in it was actually... I think the sound design was probably what pushed it over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just the random sound effects.
What?
It's like they would just have random like chickens like in the background, just random chicken noises for no reason. Like it's the sound design is so interesting because like they play random sound effects, but they're slightly fitting for some reason.
They still match the emotion.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Billy and Candy. Oh, but you keep going.
I think I'm just gonna not give Marina a skirt in this, to be honest. Just make her go bottomless. Because, I mean, it's like her lower half is a fucking octopus thing. It's not like there's gonna be parts down there, or that I have to show parts. No octopussy for you. Gomin.
I liked Billy and Mandy as a kid.
You know, one show that probably is kind of
Complex for convenience, yeah.
one show that would be controversial to mention, Invader Zim. Because on one hand, everybody liked Invader Zim, so if you didn't like Invader Zim, you weren't popular or weren't cool. But at the same time, it's like that show got fucking gross sometimes.
I never liked Invader Zim. It was too much for me.
I liked it for Gur, like every other millennial kid. But, like, looking back at it, I do not like Invader Zim at all. Like, it is not aged well.
Nope.
The animation was nice.
The animation was fine, but it's like the humor as well as like the theming that they frequently did was just no, thank you.
This is why I prefer Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Zim is probably tame compared to what the creator has also made.
Yeah.
Didn't he used to make like a web series about a dead girl? Like she had like bows in her hair.
I have no idea.
Did you hear Courtney? Yes, that's me. Yeah, in high school, one of my friends like a couple episodes of that like web series, and I was just like, wow, this is just randomly violent for no reason. Camp Lazlo! I love Camp Lazlo!
Camp Lazlo was undersold. Like, or
Yeah,
it gets dismissed by too many people. This is way better than people give it credit for.
Wonder how many people knew that was from the creator of Rocco.
Rocco's Modern Life. With the same voice actor playing the main role.
I mean, they got a lot of the voice actors from Rocco in Camp Lazlo.
Come to think of it, that makes a shit ton of, like, thinking about the voices and stuff, yes, I can definitely see that they were the same voice. And that never crossed my mind.
And I realized that by rewatching Rocco.
You know, Camp Lazlo actually made me realize that Tom Kenny, not only that Tom Kenny actually did the voice of Eduardo in Foster's Home, and the only reason that I found this out was that I knew ahead of time that Tom Kenny did the voice of Scoutmaster Olympus, and there was like one scene in an episode where he gasped, and it sounded exactly like a gasp that Eduardo would do. So it's just like, wait a second, hang on a second.
Wait just a fucking minute here.
Wait just a darn minute, that sounds just like Eduardo. Oh my god. I have a lot of respect for Tom Kenny because his range is so huge.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have one pet
podcast.
peeve about voice acting.
What?
Steve Bloom is in fucking everything.
Everything's serious anyway.
Of all the games I've played, I can always pick out, oh, there's Steve Bloom. Hey,
Typecasting!
he's like Tara Strong for guys. I don't.
Yep.
They all want their character to be like Spike.
Right. God, he's fake.
Flapjack, I remember Flapjack.
Wasn't that one of his
Show-
first roles?
Spike?
Yeah.
I believe so. That's why it's so significant for.
I know he made a lot of appearances in the Avatar series because the creators love Cowboy Bebop.
Ooh, Shaolin Showdown.
The show was good, but it kind of got really confusing after a certain point. They had too many plot points going on, but Shaolin Showdown was really good while it lasted.
Yeah. And then Shaolin Chronicles came.
And you had to have a tiny
We
Oni.
don't talk about that.
Yeah.
It got goad. Like Teen Titans Go.
We don't talk about Shaolin Chronicles. And Samurai Jack, obviously a good show.
Yes.
I didn't grow up with it, but I know it's a good show. Because, like, I watched a few episodes when I was younger, and every episode that I saw was good, so... And I watched the finale, and that was pretty awesome.
Yep.
Oh, there's a giant list. Recess, I didn't really watch it that much.
Oh,
Powerpuff
damn.
Girls, I was a huge fan of Powerpuff Girls.
Damn, you even got some Hanna-Barbera shows. I don't think...
Is it?
I
Oh,
don't think
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
I just like Jackie Chan. Like, I didn't even care much for Jackie Chan Adventures, I just like Jackie Chan a lot. So that's why I watched that show.
Right.
Just because it was
Jackie
fun.
Chan's a cool guy.
One show actually I really liked in that same vein because Kids WB, I really like Static Shock. He was actually one of my favorite superheroes growing up.
Yeah, I can see it.
I never watched Static Shock, unfortunately.
He kind of showed me how cool lightning powers can be.
Yep. Have you seen...
I
Young
know
Bucks?
Static Shock is the show that where the comes from. This can't wait a month.
Okay, Looney Tunes, that's really going old school there.
Fairly Odd Parents. Someone controls the comment section is your favorite. I never watched Digimon.
I
It's too
dismissed
confusing
Digimon.
for me.
I dismissed Digimon as being a Pokemon clone, not knowing that it was actually kind of trying to do something completely different. So I never
was,
watched it.
Like surprisingly deep.
Yeah.
It was still weird as hell.
But it still was completely different from Pokemon, so it's not like they were competing. I watched the
The
Digimon.
only way they were completing was the same time slot.
Yeah.
Sonic Underground is a weird case because, like, I only remember Sonic Underground existing because it came on before Pokemon, and my parents used to this was back in the day when DVR didn't exist. So they would take a VHS tape and then program it to start recording at a specific time so I could always watch Pokemon. And they would always do it 5 minutes early just in case. So I would catch the end of each episode of Sonic Underground. And like for the longest time, I couldn't remember what the show was. I just knew it was about Sonic, and it was just called Sonic Underground because of the theme song. Because I would catch it before I would catch the beginning with the song, and then have to go to school, and then when I got home to watch Pokemon, I would see the end of the episode. But then
almost
like the internet happened, and I was like, huh. I randomly remember a long time ago that there was this Sonic show called Sonic Underground. What was it about? And then I googled it and I found it, and I was like, oh my god, this is pretty terrible.
Yeah, more like Sonic 6 Feet Underground.
Oh.
You
I can't
got
believe Sonic
that
the-
from Joel.
I can't believe Sonic the Hedgehog is fucking dead.
It's funny how like I'm going back on a Forces tangent, but like there's a lot of things that Sonic 06 did that was also present in Forces, and somehow Forces is a better game.
What about games you regret renting?
Superman 64.
Wow.
Yeah, I rented it. Thank God I rented it and didn't buy it.
Jesus. Games that I regret buying. Let me see. I feel like I have one, but I don't know.
Hey, really quick, do you know if Marina has suckers on the underside of her tentacles as well?
I don't think so. I think they're on the outside only. Because that's how octolings are.
Okay.
Where's my collection of random DS games? Let's see if I have any regret in here. I'm just gonna weave through all these here.
For me, it was Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2 is actually really good, but Borderlands 1 was so shoddily, like, didn't have any finish to it. And the ending boss and stuff was so badly designed that it actually made me rage uninstall the game. It was a very boring fight with no end and nothing to do post-game, other than buy DLC.
Memory card. I feel like I have one, but I don't remember. I might have gotten rid of it.
I'm gonna quick look through my Steam library and see if I can find any examples. Let's see.
That's a very good question.
Let's see here. Dark Souls 1 I kind of regret buying because it's so poorly made in PC version, even with the DS fix. Actually, no, I should look in my hidden folder.
Your regret folder.
I regret asking Assassin's Creed 3 as a gift, if that counts. Oh, Aeon. Okay, I'm gonna go into detail about Aeon. Aeon was a MMO game that basically was angels versus fallen angels, essentially. And the entire mechanic that they sold you on in the game was, oh, you can fly, and you can have 3D combat as holy divine beings. And when the game comes out, first off, it's horribly optimized and stuff, so you really need a very good PC to run it. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with a shit ton of pop-in, etc. But the grinding about it was the worst part. When I got to level 20 on my character, I completed every single quest that was available to me. And I had done a few rounds of dailies. And after doing every single quest that was available for my level in every single area I could access, I was about 25% of the way leveled. To level the rest of the way, I was expected to do repeatable quests where I basically just kill the same monsters over and over and over again. And that's how I was supposed to level up. That is horribly designed. I actually wound up grinding through one of those levels doing the whole repetitive bullshit that they force you to do, hoping that I would unlock more stuff in a new area soon. And I got to the next level, and I unlocked 2 new quests. And that was it. Just Aeon was a horrible MMO experience.
I can't think of anything, but I know that I regret buying a video game. I just don't remember which one. Was it just so bad that I just blocked it out of my memory?
Let's see. Oh, one game actually on the same vein of MMOs, but one game I actually really did enjoy that was an MMO, aside from like WoW and stuff, and Guild Wars and the big ones. I actually really enjoyed this game called Rift. Because it was like... It was a game where... one of the big selling points was there are these things that called rifts in the world, which basically made raids at random points. And the raids would be difficult based on how many players are in the area. So if you were the only person in the area, you could actually solo a rift if you wanted to. Meanwhile, if there was a bunch of players, you would all work together for an even bigger reward. And it was really cool. But the coolest part about Rift was the fact that they had class construction. You could literally build your own class. They only had 4 main classes, but every one of them had 10 sub-specs, and you got to choose any 3 of them that you wanted and mix them around. And when you leveled up, for your talent trees, you didn't get 1 talent point per level, you got like 3 of them. So you could distribute them how you wanted, and you could literally construct your class however you wanted it to play it. And it was really fucking cool.
You're a healer, tank, damage dealer.
Well, you would obviously want to specialize in stuff, but for instance, there was a bunch of ways you could play a tank as a warrior, and you didn't have to just go with a strict, oh, I'm a Crusader build. I went with like a Crusader, a Void Knight, and a Reaver. Whereas there's other ways that you could build, but as a result, because I was a Void Knight, I had a lot of anti-magic potential. Because I was a Crusader, which was my main one, I had a lot of stuns and a lot of healing. And because I was a Reaver, I had a lot of lifesteal. So I was able to basically keep myself alive and deal a lot of AoE damage. Whereas there was other specs you could build that were more like focused on more damage mitigation or whatever. It was a really cool game. And then it kind of went... What was your game?
So this was back when I was like 8 years old, and I was like super into Roller Coaster Tycoon. I bought a game called SeaWorld Tycoon, and I played it for like 5 minutes, I got confused, and then I turned the game off. And the game was like $30. And I bought it at a book fair. I still have it. But the thing about SeaWorld Tycoon is like the menus were really confusing, so I couldn't figure out what to do. So, yeah, that was fun.
Except not really.
That's my regret. Yeah, except not really. Yeah, that was my regrettable video game decision. I just remembered it because SeaWorld Tycoon is literally sitting right there in front of my face. Stacked up with all of my other old CD-ROM games. And what else is in this pile? Let me see.
I find it kind of funny that Meredith still plays Zoo Tycoon, but at the same time I'm also not really surprised.
So let's see, there's SeaWorld Tycoon, Finding Nemo, Nemo's Underwater World of Fun Special Edition game. I don't know when I got this or where I got this, but it's by THQ. Jumpstart Third Grade, probably one of the best ones. Mission Think, Super Solvers. What's this one? And Mall Tycoon, which I actually enjoyed.
Wait, they had a mall tycoon?
Yeah.
They had a Tycoon for literally fucking everything.
Yeah, they have Hot Dog Stand Tycoon.
What?
Yeah. Except it's called like Hot Dog King, but it's literally like Hot Dog Tycoon. There's Donald Trump's Real Estate Tycoon.
Ew.
Yeah. I only know about these games because of Brutal Moose. because he reviewed them. But like, I highly recommend Brutal Moose if you like reviews of basically anything. He does video game reviews. He mostly does reviews of like old CD-ROM games and like old stuff, like old PSAs, old movies. He has like a DCOM series. DCOM means like Disney original movie. Disney Channel original movie, DCOM. And
When you say decom, I think decommissioned.
and he recently started doing food reviews where he started with like a video about kid cuisine, and then he did Lunchables, and recently he did Hungry Man. He did a video where he found like an old cookbook from like the 1950s and made a recipe out of it, and it tasted awful because nobody knew how to cook back then. It was like a banana salad. It was like you take like some lettuce and as like a bed, and then you take like half of a banana and put mayonnaise on it and cover it in walnuts. It was pretty gross.
Do they also cover it with peanuts and pineapple shells?
Ha ha ha.
Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple shells, grapes, melons, oranges, and mayonnaise.
Coconut gun.
And fire and
fire
coconut
is
gun.
If it shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. Coconuts first.
Alright, I want a perfect circle, so I'm gonna do this. Forgive me, Fomder, for I am lazy.
What? A perfect circle. Do it again. Show me your progress.
Well, first I take this tool, I hold down the shift key, and I drag and draw a circle.
School Tycoon? Oh man.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh yeah, there's also Prison Tycoon.
Prison Tycoon is actually a current game. Or no, wait, that's Prison Architect.
Yeah. Prison Tycoon, as in the old one that came out during the Tycoon era. I wonder when Tycoon games are gonna come back.
They already are coming back.
I know we have Game Dev Tycoon. And we have Planet Coaster, which is literally just Roller Coaster Tycoon, but like a million
good.
times better.
Technically the Tycoon era is already back, though, because, I mean, there's other games and stuff like Prison Architect stuff. To be honest, it's like a lot of them are also kind of Dwarf Fortressy.
Yeah. I know there's a Kerbal Space Program that's technically kind of like
Space Tycoon.
Space Tycoon, NASA Tycoon. Opinions on Mario Odyssey. I have yet to play it.
It's good. It's very good. There are issues with it. Like, Mario kind of gets a bit floaty sometimes. So that's kind of annoying. But, and the game itself is also a little bit overly simple at various parts. But the ending of it is really fucking good.
I wanna play it, but I don't want to spend $60 right now. I already spent $40 on Sonic Forces because I knew I was gonna buy that game anyway. basically, with all of these new video games, I had to prioritize. I had to narrow it down. Like, okay, what do I want to spend money on right now? Okay, what's coming out? Odyssey, Forces, obviously, because it's gonna be used for my channel. So that's the main priority. Shush. I'll just snooze you for another hour. Another couple hours. I'll snooze you for 3 a.m.
What alarm was that for?
It's for a thing.
Ah.
So I was looking it up, and I was looking at Foster's Home for Actually Friends, but apparently Season 2 on DVD is incredibly rare.
Is that the one you have, or?
No, I have Season 1, which is not so rare. And where the rare comes. But anyway, you can buy Season 1 for like $15, but Season 2, I've only seen on sale. I've only seen the PAL version for $99. Which is really annoying because Season 2 is like my favorite one because it has all the best episodes.
Oh, Courtney, to answer your question from earlier on, those are called spam fries.
Oh. So are they like...
Do they contain spam?
Pretty much. They're deep fried spam cut like French fries.
Why does Japan like spam so much?
They should change their name to just spam.
Funny enough, my friend who ordered it was from Hawaii.
They like, well, yeah, they like Japan. Hawaii loves spam as well for some reason.
It was like a big thing to eat during World War II.
Yeah.
Because it was so cheap.
Okay, Nurse, we need to perform an immediate transaction. Oh, this is hard.
His kidneys aren't funky enough.
Getting those giblets fucked up, baby. Fucked up, baby.
Oh, now you can't do it.
Getting those giblets fucked up, baby. Alright, check it out. Fucked up, baby.
Oh, now you
Ooh, a game that you regret not playing.
What's my jam? What's my move jam?
And what does that accomplish, huh? We're gonna have fun at the party.
Let's see.
Playing goddamn checkers.
A game that I regret not playing.
And what
Superman
does that
64.
accomplish? Nothing. Come on,
Not
baby.
playing.
Give me lovin', give me lovin'.
Like a game that you never played.
Around the corner, half a mile from here. See that long train road, and I want it to disappear.
There was Journey because I didn't have a PlayStation 3.
Dear love, where we're jumping now, na, 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 na.
It's fucking checkers.
I regret not playing like a lot of Nintendo 64 games, to be honest, because I had the system. I only ever played one game on it, and that was Pokemon Snap. Like I never played Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie.
Actually, that's one I regret. I regret not playing the original Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh.
I played Banjo-Tooie, though. I had Banjo-Kazooie, I just never beat it because I was afraid of it at the time. So I was too young.
What were you afraid of?
Oh.
I don't know. To be honest.
You don't remember?
I think I was afraid of Grunty.
Hmm.
Because like I was afraid that she was going to do something horrible to the character she captured. Or no, what wound up happening was whenever you die and stuff, it like shows a game over sequence and stuff of basically the girl you're trying to rescue. She gets turned ugly, and that terrified me.
Yeah, actually, that did terrify me as well. Like, every time I just get a game over screen, I instantly press the skip.
What you think about the situation, baby? About the checkers. Fucking jams. Boom fucking jams. Boom fucking jams. Boom fucking jams. Love the way you touch my people, yeah. Love the way you touch my poo-poo, yeah. Got a big, huge dick in my mouth tonight. Gonna fuck a dude. Gonna fuck a dude. Gonna help my bros get into the base. Come on, sitting in the holes, getting all excited. I'm so horny I can fuck a dude, but I won't cause I don't like dudes. Gotta pee about
Having a
now.
Nintendo 64 back then was kind of an interesting thing because, like, I only ever owned one game for it, but we rented a whole bunch of other games. And one of the games that we would constantly rent was Super Smash Brothers.
I was so into Super Smash Bros, and I still kind of am. Fucking Melee, though.
Melee was great.
Melee was so good, but it has such a horrible fan base now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because all they ever want is Melee, nothing more. Man, I put so many hours into Melee.
Thanks.
See, what I liked to do with Melee is, like, I like to take the characters and, like, make stories with them. Because, you know, Melee had, like, that snapshot feature, so I would just take pictures of, like, the characters just interacting and I'd have a story.
I remember there was actually some guy on Miiverse who gained a following doing stuff like that. He made like short little comics with them, and they were hilarious.
It was like, my stories were more serious, like fanficky. Like I had the Jigglypuff with the green headband, and she would just go on like epic adventures, and she was badass. Like I had a really awesome snapshot of Jigglypuff in the one of the Metroid stages that was like, it was on the rock that was constantly spinning. And
Great.
Yeah, and then I had a snapshot of her. It was like an overhead snapshot. She was laying down on the ground, and you could see the monster coming up from the lava. It looked so cool.
I remember I did glitches and stuff all the time. Like I like doing glitchy snapshots. I did one. Goes Kirby against DK. Copy DK's power so you get DK hat, and then fly right over DK's head to make it look like Kirby is DK's face.
That's always fun.
I felt within. Heartbeat so high. Yeah, down under the scotch just to drown my sin. I dream of electric sheep and all my responses stay the same. They're just zeros and ones. I can't have fun and I'm the only one to blame. Heartbeat so high. Zero at the bar, just feeling strange. You say the answer. Talk, I wanna be sane one more time. Ain't no damn crime. Whisper those lies to myself no more.
Okay, people, I need your feedback.
Wanna be with you.
What do you think of an outfit like this?
Universe calling out. Every whisper, every shout. Cheap shots on me. So drink up, honey, this one's for free.
What was the question?
How does this look for, like, an outfit?
I think it looks cute.
Well, the thing is like, it's either this, and I wind up obscuring her midriff, which I don't know if that'd be a good idea or not, or she goes without any bottoms, and it looks a little strange. Or maybe... Actually, I got a better idea. I'm gonna give her a really long robe. It goes all the way up to her cleavage. But it opens up from the bottom. That way it has the sex appeal. It's like fucking ridiculous, but so are all fantasy outfits.
Very true.
Alright, delete this. This actually looks okay. Okay, dropping the collar was probably a good idea. Okay, I like where this outfit is going now. Ew, for choker. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can actually give her a hat that looks decent. I have had experience drawing oversized witch hats before. What do you guys think? Hat or no hat?
Let me see the heat. And I will decide. I'm kind of liking the hat.
What do you guys think? Hat or no hat?
I'm kind of liking the hat a lot.
For me, the stream is lagging so bad. I can still see Spencer on.
You can skip ahead. You know, when it freezes and stuff, it basically.
Oh.
I like the hat.
Yeah, the hat's cute.
No, the hat must be big. Big and huge.
The bigger, the better.
We're going on. So if Gateway wants to come over and start work, then we will call.
All right.
Okay.
With hats, you either go huge or you go tiny.
And Marina definitely would need a big hat to cover those big ass tentacles on her head. Alright, hat went out by far.
The hat is cute.
I'm going to set up the alpha on this. Probably going to call it a night. Alright, I gotta try and sort out tentacles. Figure out what is and what isn't filled in. Wow, that looks really cool as a silhouette. Alrighty. How long have I streamed? Feels like I've been going for a while. Almost 4 hours. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up here. This was fun. I shall see you guys soon, because I probably will be streaming this tomorrow and the day after, maybe. Working on Pearl, as well as coloring everything. I don't think I'm going to do a super complicated coloring style for these, like I'm going to leave it at cel-shaded. But, thank you guys for watching. Good night, everybody. I shall see you soon.
Later, losers.
So long.